best rock worldwide.
And we are live. I'm Chris Seward. We're live from Santa Clarita, California. And we are broadcasting onto
social media strategist. Santa Clarita.
And I have the social media strategist. This is Kirk-Lockhart.
What's up? What's up? Monday.
Monday.
Right.
Sucks. Man, why do Mondays always have to suck?
They don't have to. They just do if there was no football or basketball the day before the Academy Awards were on and Kobe Bryant wins an Academy Award. I'm still wondering how that happens, but congratulations, Kobe.
What? He won an Academy Award?
He won an Academy Award.
For what?
Short story. He did a wonderful little short about his love for basketball.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. It was some art to it. It wasn't just him throwing a ball through a hoop then.
No, which he did very well.
Yeah, it's still not art. I mean, come on. I mean, it's still sport.
Hey.
So we've been talking about today the difference between Weebly and WordPress.
Right.
Some of the pros and cons, some of the abilities. For me, do we have something on? Oh, you have the Facebook running. Okay, I'm like, I hear myself in my own head? Or
I muted it. It's crazy.
So for me, WordPress is way faster. I could put a website together much faster than I can do it in Weebly or Wix or any of those, because there's always that learning curve in the technology. The terminology tends to be, they have variations.
Right.
Differences between modules and just straight putting an image into an area.
Right.
They'll reduce a lot of the terminology and some of the I call them rookie websites. Weebly, Wix. I don't see the professionalism in it.
Right.
Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, maybe.
No,
I don't know.
I don't call people wrong. I will say that that's the old school mentality that I had when I got into doing the sites. You got to remember, I didn't get into the sites for the love of doing sites. I got into the sites because of pay-per-click advertising, making relevant web pages, making pages that spoke to a specific keyword and client and customer. And the difference between Wix, Weebly, Web.com, all of the other builders, remember Drupal and Joomla?
Joomla, okay. Yeah.
Well, I used to work in Dreamweaver, exclusively, just Dreamweaver. I used to do HTML sites, but when I started doing templates, it made all the difference in the world. I think that one of the things that got my attention with Weebly, especially Weebly and Wix, is that I was able to create a site that had transitions, that had animation, that had GIFs, and I could make so many of them. They were great for landing pages, so I started doing them for landing pages. If I'm going to do a full-blown site that I need a lot of bandwidth on, that I expect to have tons and tons and tons of traffic, I probably would use WordPress myself. But I think the gap is, instead of being wider, it's narrowed. The builders are just as good. A frame is a frame.
A frame is a frame. You're right. Yeah.
So
the terminology changes, and that's why I say there's like the learning curve, because you could essentially build nearly a duplicate site. You can make a site look identical between WordPress and Weebly or even Wix, and you wouldn't tell the difference between the two.
Right.
However, how you got there and how long and how many click-throughs, and that's, I don't know, I'm lazy. I don't like to click my finger like 12 times just to put a picture in. I want to click it once or twice.
Right.
Click, find, and then find the photo. So, 2 click-throughs in WordPress makes sense to me. If I have to go through Weebly and then, you got to click 3, 4, 5 times, you do that over a period of time and it starts to build up, and it takes away from the time building it. You can get faster at it. If you know it.
I think I got faster at it. Either one of them. It doesn't matter to me which builder I use, because it used to didn't be builders. It was just us. But in corporate America, I found them using builders. These guys are not HTML, HTML5, PHP. They're not designers like that.
Right.
They don't know the language. Then when I do find designers, 8 out of 10 of them can't get the site to rank. Okay, they can build a site that looks good, but they can't build it to rank. So I've already taken the challenge to see if I could get one of those sites to rank, and I've been able to get all of them to rank. So at this point, I'm not really debating which one I can use, but I do challenge people. I'll take that challenge on, if you do WordPress and I do Weebly, or if I do Wix, that I can get it done just as fast and with the same kind of framework to have the same functionality that we could get out of WordPress. Now, you and I both know WordPress has an endless amount of widgets and add-ons.
Right.
Okay. Well, now the resale sites also are offering many of the same widgets and add-ons. So, they'll adjust. I don't know who's ahead and who's behind. I think Wix is better for having animation, but I think Weebly is better for my customers, for customer friendly. Okay, we do Miss Jackson a website today. Miss Jackson can log into Wix or Weebly and add photos. When we do Miss Jackson and she does WordPress, she's gonna call me at 1 a.m, and say, "Hey, I'm sorry for calling so late, but I can't fix this image. I think I messed the site up."
Right.
If she can log in.
It is much more difficult for the client to log in. However, that's the cool thing about WordPress is you can create a whole nother back-end office, an area where they can log in, and it could be limited, it could be tailored just for them. So example, if the client's only posting photos or only posting videos, then they can just post the videos in there, and they don't have to fuss with all of the other back-end things that they may confuse or direct them off, get them redirected. However, the price does become tremendously more expensive in WordPress because now you have to buy the plugins, you have to buy the individual things to build that.
Right.
And it takes more time to build the back-end, where Weebly, I definitely agree, it's already built in.
Right. So, potato.
Right.
I never say one guy's wrong because, like I said, man, I've seen some customers have given me sites to edit before that look great. Oh my God. I said, who did this? I did. I said, wow, you put a lot of yourself into it. But then the site doesn't come up in their own office. They can't find their site for anything. It's terrible. And so they didn't do a very good job of optimizing it. So that's something that I'm willing to put to test. So as soon as we find out whose site we're going to do today, I'll take that challenge.
All right. So we're going to do a couple of this video that we're doing here is streaming on the brand new page that we just built. This is the social media strategist Santa Clarita. Now you have the Santa Clarita, or you have the social media strategist also in Los Angeles as well as Houston, right?
Right.
Is it Houston or Dallas?
Dallas, Houston, any city. I mean, we're virtual, but as far as hubs, Dallas and LA are our two hubs.
That's the two focals. So this video here that you're watching right now, we're going to share this around. We may do another one here as well into another page, see if we can drive up some reactions, some interactions. We're not getting much on here right now.
Well, it's brand new. It's the thing is, we've always got to keep our options open and continue to learn. I learned something. I don't know about you. We were talking about this last week. I think I learned something new every week.
Absolutely.
Dealing with digital. Digital never stops. Technology will explode, and we're there. Technology is exploding. It's something new every day. I was up last night looking at videos about the last updates, Facebook updates and Google updates. Just reviewing it because I found some loopholes. I found some areas of concern, and and I have to go back and I test my own stuff because I don't like surprises.
And that's the thing online. I get a lot of pushback from coworkers, or I didn't say coworkers because I collaborate. I'm not really employed by anyone, but peers, guys that are like us, and they'll push back on me. They're like, Chris, well, I should do certain things because it breaks the terms of use, or it's violating some of the conditions, right? However, you really start to break down the terms of use. And in certain conditions, in certain situations, the developers hadn't taken in consideration these holes, these loopholes. And so it gives us as designers and folks that are in the marketing an opportunity to exploit some of those holes for our own advantage. Now, yes, I don't believe in spamming. I don't believe in getting out there and just blasting it out. That's not right. You know, if you're sending out viruses or you're being malicious, I don't do any of that. That's absolutely horrible. But you want to get a page listed. Let's say you're trying to get it indexed, or you want to get it out there and you got a client that's just been hitting brick walls. We can exploit some of those loopholes or some of those errors in the systems for our own benefit for a short period of time.
Right.
And, you know, especially like search engine optimization, you know, you're trying to get a bunch of keywords in there, but you also want it to look nice, because that's where you start to lose some of that like coolness.
Well, okay, I'm gonna speak on something. The last update, the last big change in Google's algorithm is when we're talking about page count. Okay, talking about numerical, about how many characters on a page. Okay, why this? I think that people teach this the wrong way. It's not about how many words alone on the page. It's about readability. How long did a person stay on the page? I mean, if all you read was a headline and a keyword, you're not going to stay on the page long. But for a business that gets a lot of calls, they don't care. They just want you to go to the website, get the phone number, and call.
And be done with it.
That's it. Okay?
Yeah.
There are exceptions to every rule. But for people who are trying to grow a website that has traction, that's sticky, that people come back to, articles, information. Google's looking for the authority about, not just for someone who has that keyword, but they're looking for someone who's an authority of that keyword. You come up because of streaming, radio streaming, live radio streaming, worldwide rock. You come up because of those things that you do. There's somebody else who might stream, but they may only stream in one city. They may not really focus on, they might have a focus that's just one zip code, and that person is not you. So for a person who's looking for promotions and looking for affiliate programs and online exposure and, you know, something, they need to talk to you. And that's why you come up higher. I was looking this weekend. I saw you all over the internet.
Oh, it was all over. It went way up to the top.
You were in the top 3. The last time I saw you were in the top 3 for the top 5 key terms and phrases.
But that, now you got to look at, granted, yes, we did that in 3 days on Radio Buzz. But Radio Buzz, the domain, the website, has been around for 15 years. I have some legacy. I have backlinks that go back to 10 years ago. You look at some of the backlinks I have on Radio Buzz, and they're not recent. They're a legacy. So when a website has a legacy, it has more roots into the internet. So it doesn't take it as long to get it listed when it's done right. So even though you have a website that may not be done right in the SEO, or there's a lot of errors, or you're not hitting the right keywords and it's confusing, if you have a domain that has a legacy on it, you can then improve that by adding more, adding the right keywords and adding that, like you're saying, the articles, the content, and start building that up. And then overnight, you'll literally start to see your page rank come up, because that website's been old. Now, for folks that just go and buy it, I mean, you go and get a brand new website that you just purchased, you just launched it, you're going to have a hard time getting it indexed within 3 days. It's going to take a little while, unless you can pull in a bunch of backlinks from a legacy website like Radio Buzz, or like the one that you were working on the other day, where it was coming up everywhere and it has a legacy.
Legacy's great, but you can't sell legacy to somebody who just started. And and though we take a lot of clients, I'm being in this area now, I want to make sure we do a call out for clients who have been in the business for a decade and need a boost, need a refresh, need to kind of get things shook up, because they used to be. Have you ever had a client that says, I used to come up number 1 all the time. I don't know what happened. I fell off the page. How'd you fall off the page? I mean, you've had your URL since 98.
Yeah.
How'd you fall off the page?
Right.
Okay. Well, we can help that client just as well as we can help somebody who just opened up on Soledad Canyon last week. Okay. Doesn't matter. We can still help that same person. Okay, either way, because you got to use not just a few attributes, not just what's hot in March, but you got to use every rule of thumb that comes with optimization, and that's what we do to make sure that they show up. So I mean, I love that challenge. Please, someone challenges, make me come up.
All right.
I'm waiting for that person.
Let's do it. So we're going to end this broadcast. We'll try and jump over to another page and we'll continue this conversation because this is really cool. Check us out at radiobuzz.com as well. And then you have a list of pages as well. You have Los Angeles, this one that we're on, which is the Santa Clarita. What was
social? It's social media strategist.
Social media strategist on this one, and then social media strategist in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Bounce around, check out all our pages. We're always building new groups as well. So
leave comments, especially if you have anything. You can inbox or you can leave comments on this particular live post. If you have a URL that you want us to look at, if you have a business that you feel like it's gotten kind of sluggish.
Awesome.
It's just a question, right?
Yeah, just put some comments in there. We'll be back, or just follow us around. We'll be posting some more videos here. Okay. Radio Buzz, Chris Seward, and the social media strategist, Kirk-Lockhart.
We also have free business